What I was referencing, yes, would love to play first, is something I think I said when I used to submit for Draft Magic. I was playing an event. Okay, that's an okay hand. I can't Wrench Mind on turn 2 if I want a Wayfarer on turn 1. I'll keep it. Wayfarer is not a great card on the play, so I'm actually gonna start out with some swamps. Okay, so I was at an event and I made a really bad misplay just because, you know, I didn't know what the other guy's card did. I think it was a pre-release or something. And I said, I can't read or write. And the guy said, really? And I took advantage of it, and I really shouldn't have. But I told him that I actually could not read or write, and that pre-releases were really difficult for me because, you know, people just had to show me the cards and tell me what they did, and I had to memorize the entire set. And he was very impressed with me, and I never let on. Hey, we got a him. That I can actually read and write. It's probably him. So we just went through the whole thing, and I studied the art and kind of messed with him for a little while. I wouldn't do it today, but it was kind of funny. So, I can't read or write. Alright, let's get up the preview pane here. Got the guide, flying in Pro Black, Echo 2, when it comes to the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, well that's strong, I'm glad I got rid of it. Got that in a forest. He just pitched his grassland, which I'm a little surprised he played. But that's decent. Okay. Oh, awesome, Sinkhole. Alright, so, well, the Weathered Wayfarer is never going to get any work done, but the Sinkhole will. So I think I go after the Legendary Land. So Sinkhole and Weathered Wayfarer to go on the Extreme Beatdown plan. And next turn, I can make sure that his lands don't untap, or I can Wrench Mine first. Which I might want to do, because if I do this first, then I'm not going to be able to Wrench Mine. And this is just going to be a 1/1. Yeah, I should probably be boarding that out when I'm on the play. Oh, he's got a Mana Elf. Okay. Well, you know, I don't have the white, so I actually don't have a choice but to Wrench Mine. Alright, so he pitches a couple of lands, getting down to 2. And I suppose the smartest thing for me to do is actually to attack and hope that he blocks with a Mana Producer. I'm going to hold my Swamp back because black mana actually does me no good at this point. I need his white mana. And he gets 3, 4... Ah, the Elder. Man, that thing is good. I can't really attack into him. Although once he gets those lands, oh, Ravages of War. If only that had been earlier, I might be in okay shape. Well, this will have interesting interactions with the Weathered Wayfarer. But for right now, I just can't do anything. You know, if I attack in, then he blocks and gets his land, so I don't want him to do that. So, for now, I just have to hold back. He's going to get a couple of lands and play him down. And then I suppose I Ravage. If I get myself up to 5... I don't know. Alright, so he sacks his guy. Then get a couple of lands. And if I can be in a position where I'm in a better off spot with the Ravages of War, then this could all end up alright. Man, he's got a full mid at this point. He's got 6 cards. Alright, let's see what he does with that 2 mana that he's got open. Another Swamp. Okay. This is less fun than I had hoped for. Well, he's going to play his land next turn, so then I can activate the Wayfarer. So I'll just hold that back. If he drew absolutely nothing, then I'm going to be in a better position than usual. If he drew all of his high-end stuff, then I'm also going to be okay. And out come the Finks. Man, those things are aggravating. Alright, does he play the extra land, or is he just going to sit there on it? Sending in his Mana Elf. Maybe he's hoping that I'll trade. I will not. I'm holding out hope that the ramp deck is actually going to want to play some lands. Although I've already gotten rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from his deck. 6, 7, 8, and he's got at least 2 in hand, 9, 10. No, he's just going to sit. Well, if he's just going to sit, then I'm going to play Hero Bladehold and outclass him. Now that will allow him to get a 4th land down without my Weathered Wayfarer doing much of anything. But I'm okay with that. If he doesn't do anything next turn and I Armageddon, what does that do for me? Let's see, he's got 3, 4, so he can double block the hero. But even if he does that after an Armageddon, at least I've got 2 tokens and a Weathered Wayfarer. So I can just kind of beat him up with those tokens, and then if I get a Plains, then I can Weathered Wayfarer every time that he drops a land. So if he's just going to play the waiting game with me, I'm okay. But with 6 cards in hand, he's probably got a fairly decent play for 4 mana or less, I would think. Alright, so he takes the plunge. It's on the extra land. I assume it's going to be for 5. Alright. 2 green are out, so is it some sort of X spell? Oh, channel. Okay. What's coming after the channel? That's never good. Did he just channel for 1? Oh no, we do it 1 at a time. Sundering Titan off of a channel. Okay. He gets to destroy a land of each basic type, so he gets to hit 2 of mine and 1 of his forests. I don't know, other than Tragic Slip, that I can really come back from that. On the bright side, I can now start fetching for land. Okay. I do have some creature kill left in the deck. Let's see if I draw any of that. Yeah, Hero Bladehold gets a lot worse when they have a Sundering Titan. Oh wow, he's still got the channel up? Man, he's got Duplicant. Oh man, that is brutal. He's got the combo down. Alright, so he steals the Bladehold and comes at me with the Kitchen Finks, which I will not jump block. I have far more interesting things to jump block. So I get a Shade. Not what I was hoping for. So let's see, I'm at 16. So the Shade can jump block here, and I can take 3, 4... Oh man, that's a hero. That's not going to be fun. So, before the trigger, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, and with the trigger, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So he can't kill me, but he may as well. I'm not seeing any outs here. So yeah. Okay. So I'll grab myself a plains, try to thin my deck a little bit. Let's see, is there anything in here that could really do it? Tragic Slip, Swords to Plowshare. Those both take down a threat. And I did not leave in my Wrath, which I really needed. I really should have played Wrath here. I just don't see anything that actually saves me. Attrition, if I had more creatures, could do it. Yeah. I just don't have anything. So I'll pick that up, play my Shade, and hope that he misclicks, I think, is my plan here. You might just want to skip ahead to the next video. Alright, he's coming in at me. Oh, it's not actually Hero Blade Hold, it's just the stats. Okay. Well, that makes this slightly better. Alright, so he gives me the extra land. Alright, I get Liliana. Well, making him discard's not going to do a whole lot of good. Making him sack is just going to make him sack the Kitchen Finks. Which is still my best play. Okay. So I'm going to Liliana. Make him sack a creature. Hope he misclicks on the Sundering Titan. Although I could see him actually doing that just to take down a couple of my lands. Okay, so I'm going to hope that that's his plan. So, alright, so he sacks the Druid. That's also a fine plan for him. I think I would have sacked the Finks, but whatever. Play that up. If he happens to play a land before combat, then I get the ability to fetch a land with this, in addition to chump blocking. So he's going to get me for 6 here, get me down to 4. So I guess I need to draw like a Swords to Plowshares is what I need to draw. Actually, even that's Voice of Resurgence. I don't need you to have more creatures. What I need is Wrath out of my sideboard. That's what I need. Alright. Send the team. Alright. Die a horrible death for the Sundering Titan. If only this said can't attack, it would be a thing. But unfortunately in this situation it does nothing. So, because it does nothing, I'm going to make him discard a card. Let's see. I'm going to discard my Scarhide because it does nothing in this situation. And then I'm going to play a creature to chump block, even though it's not going to save me. Alright, there we go. Well, I got one game out, and I learned my lesson that even though this is a creature-based strategy, I still need to run Wrath. He sends everybody in. I'll block the big guy. Give him the satisfaction of sending me down to -4. Okay. Well, that was round 1. It was less than optimal, but I feel like for my first cube